They'd like to come downtown. I mean, they asked us to go last year because they think that they could have a stronger profile downtown than out there. But I think what, and I'm just saying this out loud to make sure I understand it, what we have here is kind of a one-day celebration of International Jazz Day.
Yeah.
And we're trying to take that and transition that into what could be a festival.
So International Jazz Day is a UNESCO day around the world.
Around the world.
So we want to have an appropriate celebration
Right.
here. Okay.
And if you look at what Vancouver did, you say one day, and that's where we start at, because Smithsonian, they were actually doing all month, and all month of May. April is Jazz Month. But Vancouver has done what you're getting ready to do this weekend. They have 80 bands or so many bands playing all over the city during that time. And that's an obvious growth for us, an opportunity for us to do the same thing and bring in those type of artists, especially from New Orleans and some of the places that play the authentic music, to bring them in on more than one stage on one day. So it will grow, and we'll be down there, and I hope you can get my press passes covered so I don't have no problem at the door when we get there.
Don, we had talked last year about using the International Jazz Day in Phoenix to launch a series of jazz performances throughout the year to
That
be
would happen
held
all
at the
year.
Orpheum or
Yes.
someplace
Right,
like that to draw the attention, but then to keep it going.
No, I love that, yeah.
Well, here's the fun thing about it. Karen Brown and myself and Doc Jones and other gentlemen, you know, Cedric Savalas. We had a meeting in Scottsdale with Jim Kisselberg. And we said, we're not going to forget you guys, because some people are going to be housed up there when they fly in, because I think one of the jazz components is at the Kerr the day before. There's events leading up to the main event. So International Jazz Day is the culmination of all of those events. So one of the ideas is, when International Jazz Days takes place, we have a series of events that we're thinking about launching throughout Maricopa County to go ahead and keep that momentum. So by the time next year comes, it's a one-off restart. It's a culmination of all these things that have taken place during the course of the entire year. So even for this particular event, International Jazz Day will be on Thursday the 30th. But on Tuesday and Wednesday, there will be a number of little small celebratory events where people coming into the city, receptions will be held so they'll be made aware of why this is, what it is, etc. And they'll get a chance to visit some of the civic and governmental and the business leaders here to see why Phoenix. Because Doc is uniquely positioned. Phoenix is being a place where everybody's now paying attention. And when, what was it, when George Benson actually said, what was the quote that he said, and they got this on
If
film?
you want to know about real jazz, you're going to have to start coming to Phoenix, Arizona.
That's he got that on tape.
And he said that, I talking because George is known all over the world, we know that. And for him to say that that's what we have going to here. And I can't wait till the time that we can book George. He's waiting to be booked for our event. Of course, we got to raise some, to get the sponsor. The first sponsor that ties on to him and allow him to be on our stage, he's ready to do that.
Just so that, you know, I've had even meetings with the mayor of Mesa. They're all excited about trying to be a part of this. But I still want the main thing to be here.
You know, as it grows, it gets to the point where you have events in different locations. That's great, yeah, and then, but as long as the big
We are the
events count, I'm fine
foundation,
with that.
we are the foundation here, and the education component to that, over with Leah Landry, is now giving me an opportunity to, I taught her son when he was in preschool.
Oh, okay, all right.
We have a program called We Jazz, where we put violins in their hands at 4
cool.
years old.
And George is kind of waiting to be booked because he can reach out and bring a huge number of other artists here.
You just got to raise the money to
We'll do it with
that.
it, and we will do that if we get that first corporate spot. I know we should be close to our time frame.
I'll make sure I cover everything we need to cover.
Yeah, I think you need to get it out, but we
What
should
is
wrap
the
up.
possibility of getting you to say something publicly on it?
I mean,